Hello, people of YouTube. This is Gray's Guitars. I am Steve Gray. Thank you for watching. Cold is still lingering. Let me tell you, that cold just does not want to go away. But I'm feeling a bit better, so that's a positive. So Namm 2024, the 10 biggest things we discovered at this year's show. So I kind of thought Namm was a little lackluster. I feel like it kind of has been for the past couple of years. There's not a whole lot new. There's some weird shapes coming out, which like this crazy looking explorer-ish kind of guitar. Yeah, you got all the pedals and everything, but it just hasn't been doing it for me the past couple of years. Nothing has been like, oh my god, I need to buy that immediately, type of situation. But let's go ahead and just kind of go through and see what we got going on here. So number one, this is actually kind of neat. So the do-it-yourself pedals weren't just a phase; they're very much here to stay. So we all know there was that I think it was like $100 clone that JHS made, and a lot of people bought those. You could build the whole thing yourself, and it looks like other companies are jumping on that as well, or the Not a Clone. So when JHS unveiled the Not a Clone pedal kit, shed a shockwave through the guitar community. Every prominent player got their hands on one. The social media was flooded with clips of guitarists putting it together. So at the time, it was unclear whether it was going to just be a passing phase. And then when Catlin Brett announced the Night School Overdrive, but now it seems through a trend as well and truly here to stay. Yeah, it's kind of like building. You get to put your own toy together. It's like building a Lego. So as long as they're not too overly complex, hopefully these are solderless. If the second you bring a soldering iron into it, I can definitely see you're losing a lot of people because that involves a particular set of skills. Third Man Hardware's Fuzzatron, build it yourself for $75. That's pretty cool. Gear Furniture will take off in a big way this year. No, it won't. I've seen this stuff before where they try to make the guitar cabinet and the amp head like a piece of furniture. This looks like it's straight out of the 50s anyway, and not a lot of people are going for that 50s aesthetic nowadays. I would say maybe some older folks are, but I don't see that really catching on per se. I mean, maybe if you have a small amp or something in the corner or whatever, but yeah, that's probably really expensive too. I can guarantee you that's something really expensive. Let's see if it gives us a price. On stage GWS 500 guitar workstation. Yeah, fancy. Second you put the word fancy in that thing. Oh, nope. Oh, that is kind of neat, but that's kind of a catch-all for all your guitar stuff. So, that is kind of neat. Age of Artificial Intelligence. Guitar Gear is officially upon us. Yeah, that's going to be some interesting things, seeing what AI does to guitarists. Is it going to put everybody out of business? Obviously everybody's still going to want to go to the concerts and see the artists and see the shows, but in terms of creating music, when you can plug a bunch of stuff into AI and it does it in 5 minutes as opposed to having a bunch of artists record things, it's definitely going to be interesting seeing where the future of music goes. At this point, it's like, oh, well, instead of hiring somebody to write a guitar lick, you just say, hey, put this guitar, we'll say it's in B minor. Here's the tempo, here's the signature, here's the lyrics, give me a guitar part, and then it just does it, and you don't have to go pay a guitarist to do it. I feel like it's going to be putting some people out of business as well. But this thing looks pretty cool. Probably like a modular system type deal. Everybody's getting rid of speakers anyway. Signature artists are playing away from home. Well, yeah, of course they're playing away from home. So let's see here, such as Alex Lifeson, Lyrics, Limited Guitars with Godin, Donner on the triple threat. But yeah, you're going to have signature artist guitars, signature artist amps. Looks like we got possibly a signature artist Reba, Massad's Ernie Ball Music Man Artist Series, Sabre and Bill Kellner's hotly anticipated LTD Royal Shiva is also on the arrival. So it looks like, yeah, we're getting signature guitar picks. We saw this with Tom DeLonge's guitar where he had a signature cable, a signature strap, signature picks, all that stuff. I can definitely see that happening as well because, hey, maybe you can't afford to buy the $5,000 guitar, but you can spend $50 on a guitar strap. Big firms are not quite as out of Namm as they insist. Let's see. So let's look like Gibson, PRS, and Fender were all absent from Namm. However, 2024 felt like the first true Namm since COVID. It was noticeably busier. There was a huge amount of new gear announced. Gibson hosted its own pre-Namm show in LA. Yeah, they want to do their own thing. Looks like Fender dropped a heap of announcements that led up to it. PRS unveiled some stuff as well. Dean gave us a sneak preview of its 2024 lineup. I guess they weren't running a booth either. So basically, Fender, Gibson, PRS, the big players are kind of doing their own thing. I'm not sure if Ibanez at Namm this year. I don't recall anyone saying anything. There was this cool EVH Wolfgang semi-hollow. No Floyd Rose on it. Thank God. I am not a fan of them. Well, I'm not a fan. I just hate doing the work, and I don't use the thing enough to say so. But this was pretty cool. Getting a new signature guitar from Wolfgang right here. We were talking about the Dave Grohl. I did a video on that. I think it was last week. The DG335. Got Wolfgang's Emily Wolfenstein's Hollow Stealth Epiphone. Yeah, that got released a while back. I do remember that. Premium offshore build is here to stay. Yeah, basically overseas stuff is going to be more expensive. That's what you need to know. The Yamaha new professional Pacifica Professional, $2,200. I think that is a made in Indonesian guitar. It's either maybe it's made in Japan. If it's made in Japan, but you got things like was it Steinberg or Strandberg, and they're very expensive, made in Indonesia. Fender's Mexican facility. It's going to celebrate its 35th anniversary, so I'm sure we're going to see some cool stuff out of there. Inspired by Gibson models are going to still be expensive. Why it's happening? It's partially because production standards have hugely improved. So no, it's not because production standards have improved, because I'll be honest, if you picked up an Epiphone from, let's say, 2006, and then you picked up a brand new one from today, the frets are still going to be hit or miss. The pickups on the newer one, the electronics are definitely going to be better because they've improved those, used the CTS and Switchcraft parts, designed the pickups to be more copies of the Gibson pickups, as opposed to the old junk they were putting in the older Epiphones. But the construction of the guitars is pretty much the same. The wood quality, I would say, is pretty much the same. It's basically greedy companies saying, how much more can we get out of these people? That's where we're at. It's basically like, okay, we're going to throw a price out there, see if it sticks, and it has. Like the Epiphone Greenie, a lot of people bought that. When the Dave Grohl guitar comes out, that thing is rumored to be $1,300. A lot of people are going to buy that too. That's just where we're at. It has nothing to do with quality. I mean, yeah, it might have stepped up their game a little bit. I mean, especially if you look at like the fake Gibson market, the Chipsons, those seem to be getting better quality. They're paying more attention to detail. Maybe they're training people better over there. But, it's labor. That's what it comes down to, is where the guitar is made in the world, how cheap the labor is. A lot of the cool stuff wasn't even a product. Yeah, we had a string vending machine. That was pretty cool. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that in Guitar Center. Or I know it's kind of an expensive waste of money, but it's still kind of neat to have. So the natural burst top is popping off. Yeah, that's kind of neat, where you do kind of like a see-through white and then have a perimeter burst on the edges of a solid color. That's pretty neat, the Pacifica Pro. There's that. Honorable mentions. Here we go. We have this crazy-looking blocky guitar that kind of looks like an Explorer. Through an Avalanche, G&W saw an increase in amount. So LTD Royal Shifter. Yeah, but as I said, there was some cool stuff there. Some of it's kind of gimmicky. Some of it's definitely useful. Some of it's really expensive. But let me know what your thoughts were, because I hate to say I wasn't paying attention a lot to Namm this year, but I really wasn't. I mean, yeah, I was going on the guitar sites like we are right now, checking out things. But it was just kind of meh for me. It was like, yep, okay, whatever. That product looks cool. I'm never going to actually buy that, so I don't care. That's where it was. Like, if I see a Wolfgang for a reasonable price, sure. If I find a Dave Grohl, I might jump on the Dave Grohl. Let's be honest, because I think that's going to have a good resale value in the future. So I might pop on one of those bad boys. But other than that, it's like, and that wasn't even technically a Namm. So it is what it is. Guitar manufacturers, they're going to do what they do. They're going to follow the trends. They're going to see what's popping, what's not, and they're going to get every dollar out of you that they can because they know you're going to spend the money. That's what it comes down to. If they know you're going to spend the money, that's the price point that they're going to do it. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I know this was kind of rambly, but hit that subscribe button, turn that notification bell, leave a like, share, all that fun stuff. And as always, have a good one.